Hey everyone, Milky Way Matthew here. This is day 10! Day 10 of the Peter Monn vlog challenge. That's kind of crazy to me. So let's see, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So I have 4 days left after today. Today is Saturday, December 12th, 2020. And 4 more days of the vlog challenge left. That's crazy. Can you believe that? I can't believe it. It feels like I've been doing this forever, and also like I just started. Kind of like a lot of things, So what have you been up to on your Saturday? This is probably, maybe the end of your Saturday, or maybe you're watching this on Sunday, or even, years in the future. How's the future going? Hope it's good for you. So yeah, how are you? What's up? Let me know in the comments what's going on. Today, I worked in the morning. I said yesterday in the vlog that my goal was to have all my work done by 1 o'clock, but I didn't think that was very realistic. Well, I ended up last night staying up pretty late working, and while I was like uploading my vlog and doing some other stuff, so I was still working on some other projects for work before I went to sleep, which kept me up pretty late, but that was nice because I didn't have to get up super early. I think I got up at like 7:30 or 8 or something like that, probably. And I was done with all my stuff by noon. So that was awesome. That was very exciting. So, I just had a chill, fun rest of my day, which was really nice. So what did I do? After I got done with all my work stuff, first of all, one of the things I did, most of what I did was sit on my couch over there and stare at this Christmas tree and listen to my audiobook. And I did that for a while, and it was like rainy here all day, so it was pretty dark even though it was daytime. So I had my Christmas tree lights on, and it was just like I had my blanket on like this, and I was just like so warm and cozy, and I got a little sleepy, as one does. So I don't like to take naps anymore. When I was a kid, I hated to take naps. How did you feel about nap time when you were a kid? I did not like it. I didn't put up a fight or anything, but I just remember I did not like going to sleep. I also remember having the feeling of, and I'm sure this is common, but I hated when I would fall asleep as a kid, and especially this is really easy to do in the wintertime here. Fall asleep when it's light out, wake up when it's dark out, and it's so disorienting. So I remember, as a kid, waking up and being very confused. You feel like you've been asleep all night, but really, you probably slept for an hour, and it's just, or maybe 2 hours, I don't know. While the sun was going down, and you don't let a kid take a 2-hour nap. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I just remember being really disoriented, and then having to get right up from the couch and go to the dinner table and just being like, what's happening? What day is it? Who am I? Who are all of you? Not a great feeling. Do you remember that? Do you have a feeling, you have memories like that? Yeah. But then the older I got, the more I liked naps. So obviously in high school and college, all I wanted to do was take naps. In college, my first year of college, so I did a year of community college, and then I transferred to a 4-year university. The first year as in my 4-year university, I took so many naps. I would literally because we were probably staying up to like 2 or after every night and then getting up at, 8 for class or whatever. And that's just, turns out, not enough sleep. I probably wasn't staying up that late every night or getting up that early every morning. Still, I remember like every day I would lay down for a nap at 3 o'clock and I would sleep till like 5 o'clock. Like every day I would take a 2-hour nap from 3 to 5. And a bunch of the guys on my floor in the dorm that I lived, I remember me and my roommate, we had the room right next to the stairwell. And that's kind of where everyone would gather if you wanted to go eat dinner together. And I can remember them all just like yelling for me to wake up. And then they all would just stand there and watch me put on my shoes extremely slowly because I was still half asleep. So, but now as I get older and move out of that crazy weird time of life, I can't, I mean, obviously, who doesn't love to sleep? But I can't take like a long nap without it just kind of ruining my day and my night. Here's the thing, if I sleep more than 20 minutes, I will not be able to go to sleep that night. I'll end up staying up like an hour or more later than I should because I just can't, I'm not sleepy. So like today, I was sitting there, I was all cozy, warm like I am now, listening to my audiobook. It's raining, there's Christmas lights on, so cozy. So obviously I'm starting to like, fall asleep. So what I will do is I will set a 10-minute timer on my phone and I will take a 10-minute nap. And I have friends that are like, there's no way. Here's the thing. I don't know. It's just a weird sleep skill that I have. I will fall asleep. The timer will go off and I will usually wake up and I'll be like, I should do that again. And then I'll take another 10-minute nap. But that's usually where I cut myself off. Unless it's like a really weird time that I'm super exhausted and I'm like, I don't care that I won't be able to sleep tonight. I just want to sleep more. But most of the time, no, I'll just sleep 20 minutes. Today, I took my 10-minute nap. I woke up. I said, I should do that again. Set my timer. And then 5 minutes into it, there was a knock at my door. So I woke up and I had to hand something off to someone who was picking up something from my house. So then I didn't go back to sleep because I was like, what's the point, Because I felt rested, Slept for 15 minutes. It was great. So then, well, I guess it was probably before that. I don't know. I went out for a little bit just to get out of the house. Went and I grabbed some lunch from a local restaurant, did a pickup order. And then I decided to go and check out. We have a bakery in my town that I've only been to like one other time, and it was like the first year that I moved here. So I decided to go see what was going on there. So I did. I'm glad I went. I did get something. I haven't eaten it yet. I'm not in the least bit hungry right now, or I would show it to you and eat it, but I'm not hungry at all, so I can. Yeah, there's no way. It's like a chocolate, maybe like a chocolate turnover or something like that. Other stuff was very pretty looking, but none of it was anything that was like, ooh, I gotta have that. So I went in thinking I'm gonna get a bunch of different stuff to try, taste the different things, find something that, that I love. And I just there was like donuts and there was like little fruit things and then just stuff like, I don't know, cupcakes, and I was just like, it didn't do anything for me, which I think is kind of what I remember from the first, when I was in there a handful of years ago. So, but that's all right. Glad they're still going. Hope they do well. Yeah. So I'll probably go back this next week to that other bakery I mentioned before in the town over, and because it was just the owner of the bakery who was there. She was really nice, very easy to talk to, and I'm going to see if I can convince her to make me some chocolate croissants next time I go in. So we'll see, but she already has croissants, you know. See, the bakery I went to today didn't have croissants, so I'm kind of like, maybe, you know, really what I'm looking for is a patisserie, but I'm in a small town, so dream on. But, oh, I tell you what, when life normalizes, whenever that may be, probably a long time from now, but one thing I miss about going to Chicago is going to the French market. There is, I don't even know, I'm trying to think where it's at. It's not super far. It's downtown. It's, I don't know, maybe like 10 blocks west of Michigan Avenue. I think it's right off of Clinton, I think. But anyway, I don't know what building it's in. I have no idea what building it's in. It's like, it's hard to, I don't even know where that building ends or starts. But it's on this block, and you go in, and it's kind of like this market that's inside with all these booths, but there are just like, there's food from all over there. It's called Chicago French Market, Chicago's French Market or something like that. But there's food there's all kinds of food there, and it's really good. So I've enjoyed. That's a great place to go if you have to eat 2 meals downtown. That's a great place to go for lunch because 1, it doesn't take a long time, and 2, everybody can find something that they like that's fun, or they can try something. They have, not only like you can get like maybe some sort of, French baguette sandwich or something like that, but there's also like gourmet grilled cheese and steamy buns, things like that. There's just like what do we get? Not tamales. Did we get tamales? No. What were those when I went last Christmas? They weren't tamales. That's so annoying. I can remember standing in line. It was something I hadn't had before. And I remember thinking, which fillings do I want to get? And then I remember getting different sauces to put on it. But I don't remember what it actually was. Oh, they also have a Belgian fries stand. Like right by the seating area, there's this potato fries stand that makes Belgian fries. And they're like super crispy, fresh made fries, but they're not French fries, they're Belgian fries, and I'm not really sure. I think that maybe it's just like that. I think they probably like fry them twice or something. I don't know, but those are really good. Those are really, really good. And then they have a little patisserie shop there, which I think is like, that's just a little pop-up stand of a patisserie that's in Chicago somewhere. I don't know where. But, oh my goodness. Oh, of course, let me tell you what you can get. Chocolate croissant, no doubt, but also ham and cheese croissant. Oh, so good. And Michael, if you're watching this, I know you're watching this. Hold on. I'm trying to remember Calvin Fletcher's ham and cheese croissant. Yeah, I think it is like Calvin Fletcher's ham and cheese. Was Calvin Fletcher's no, theirs isn't a sandwich, right? No, it's not. Yeah, Calvin Fletcher's has the right kind of ham and cheese croissant. Anyway, that was a little sidetrack thing, sorry. But anyway, this patisserie, and they have all the most beautiful little cakes and little just these beautiful little desserts. And so um, last time we got like 4 different ones, and then carried them with us all day, and then ate them on the train back. And we like each would take a bite of one. Oh, so good, so good. I miss that. Yeah, love me a. And actually, I was sad because the last time I went, they did have this huge like corner of the market that was like this sandwich place with all these like beautiful looking sandwiches. And then they had, I mean, it was part of a like a little market where they had meats and cheeses and all these kind of, you know, things from around the world. And that was gone last time I was there, so that was sad. Because I was wanting to get some different kinds of like cured meats for somebody for Christmas, so that was kind of a bummer. But yeah, I wonder why I was talking about that. Oh, because I really would just wish that I had a patisserie here, which, you know, honestly, it's good that I don't. It's good that we don't have a patisserie here because I would be there too often. Not that, like, I love sweets, although, I do, I guess. But I always remember my grandma saying that, like, if she's going to have something sweet, she has to finish with something salty. And I'm not so much even, like, needing the saltiness. I just kind of like to... I like the back and forth of sweet and savory. So, like, there was this one episode of British Bake Off where they had to make self-raised pies, hand-raised pies, which would be like hot water crust, and then you might have like pork and veggies, or chicken and veggies, or maybe just like a sweet potato and cheese sort of filling in this round pie that has this beautiful golden crust. But then the edge, they had an extra layer edge, and they had to have fruits on top. So they would make like jams and stuff to go on top. And I'm like, that is my kind of meal. Like crust with meat and veggies inside, but then also having that fruit jam where you have that blend of sweet and savory. Oh, yeah, that just would make me so happy. That would do a lot for me. So I'm gonna take a drink of water. Are you hydrated today? I think I am. I hope I am. I feel like I did pretty good today of staying hydrated. I have my Baby Yoda cup, my Baby Yoda turbis. Take a breath, take a drink, give thanks. Woo! That'll get you. So, came back from the bakery and basically just sat on my couch more, but I didn't fall asleep, and just sat there and listened to my audiobook, and oh, it was just so relaxing. So relaxing. I was having a great time. And then I went over to my friends who live in my neighborhood, and we were trying to figure out what we wanted to do for dinner, and we decided to get some pizza. So we got this. We have a local. We have a local pizza place that, I'm not kidding, has maybe the best thin crust pizza I've ever had in my life. It is so good. Their crust is always crispy all the way across the bottom, and the crust around the edges is like raised up a little, and it'll always have a nice crunch to it, a little snap. And it's never like soggy. It's just always perfect. And even here's the thing: we will usually get 2 pizzas, and we get 1 pizza with black olives, onions, green peppers, and pepperoni. That's just like a classic pizza. And then we get their meat mania or something. And that is sausage, pepperoni, Canadian bacon. And it comes with American bacon on it. But that is too much for me, so we swapped that for meatball. And normally a meat lover's pizza is like kind of gross because it's just dripping in grease and stuff. I don't know how they do it, but literally it's not at all. There's like no grease on the pizza. I mean, it's still very bad for you, and it's not a very health conscious or creature earth conscious sort of pizza, but it's very good. So yeah, so we had pizza and some veggies, and then we played a game before we had our pizza while we were waiting for it. And then after pizza, we chatted for a while and then decided to watch Willow because 2 out of the 4 of us had never seen it before. And so we watched Willow, which is a 1987 fantasy film starring Warwick Davis, whom I have seen with my own eyes. I'm wearing a Star Wars shirt right now. Warwick Davis is... he played, if you've ever seen Star Wars Episode 6, The Return of the Jedi, there's the really, really cute Ewok who's nice to Leia. Again, actually, here's what I'm going to say. Last time I talked a lot about Star Wars, I kept apologizing. I'm not going to do that anymore because this is Milky Way Matthew, and part of seeing the galaxy through my eyes is looking at Star Wars a decent amount, so I'm not going to apologize, but I just want to recognize that I do not expect you all to care about Star Wars, but thank you for still listening, or if you need to fast forward, Godspeed. Warwick Davis is in Star Wars Episode 6 and many other pieces of Star Wars, but he plays that Ewok. That's where he first started in Star Wars. That could be wrong, but he's been in it, been involved with Star Wars ever since then, many different roles, different characters. And at the Disney investor meeting earlier this week, they announced Kathleen Kennedy announced that Lucasfilm is going to be making a Willow show for Disney Plus, and Warwick Davis is going to reprise his role as Warwick, as Willow. I forget what his last name is. Anyway, Willow, that doesn't matter. So we watched it, and I didn't know what to expect, really, except that, it would give me another little insight into the mind of George Lucas, which I'm always pumped for that. Also, I got this shirt. I really started talking about this. I got this shirt at Disney World, and it's one of my favorite shirts. It has gigantic Star Wars written across the back. I've just thought about standing up and showing you, but, let's be real. I'm not going to do that. But it's pretty cool. So I just picked up my lens cap again, and I was going to start fidgeting with it, but I shan't. So anyway, I really enjoyed it. There were a few things that I'm like, I see why this hasn't maybe become a classic among other fantasy films. But then there are moments that I'm like, wow, this works, and it works really well. So it made me very excited. It made me very, very excited to see what they do with Willow in, I think that she said they were going to start filming in like March of 21. So makes me excited, which means we'll probably see it in 22. So that, yeah, that's fun. I'll be pumped for that. I'll be watching that on my big screen. So, yeah. Yeah, and then I came back home and sat down here to spend some time with you. So what have you been up to? Let me know. Tomorrow also should be a fairly chill day after I get through the morning. I'll be working in the morning. Not terribly long. I have some reports to put together, so I'll be working on that. And then by afternoon, I should be pretty much done. And then I'll probably chill. I'll probably try to connect with some family. And I want to see if a couple of my friends who are in my COVID bubble, but I haven't seen in a few weeks, are available to come over. So I'm hoping they can. I should have texted them today, and then I never did. Why didn't I do that? So I need to get in touch with them in the morning and see if they're available. And we'll probably, if they can come over, we'll probably watch a movie. Last time they came over, we watched, what was that called? It was another movie from the 80s. No, maybe it was from the 90s. It had to be from the 90s. Maybe even later than that. Maybe it was from the early 2000s. Wow, what's happening in my brain right now? It was called... my memory! It's slipping away. It's a Ben Stiller movie that's based off a comic book with these guys who wish they were superheroes. It's Mystery Men. That's kind of a weird title. It's called Mystery Men. It was really funny, actually. So, it made me laugh. Yeah, that's a good one. Check it out if you're looking for something to watch. I think it's free, streaming somewhere. On Peacock. I think it's streaming free on Peacock, which was why it was the first time I downloaded that. Do you use Peacock? I know some people do. I'm not really sure what I make of it at this point. That's the only time I've ever used it. You know, it's free, I guess. So there was there were advertisements throughout the movie, but you know that it's not the kind of movie that really made a big difference in the viewing. You know, some movies you would not want to have ads during, but it didn't really affect that one. But anyway, what am I talking about? Yeah. I just looked over and I noticed one of my plants is really kind of spreading out wider than it has been before. I hope that doesn't mean anything bad. This one, my aloe vera here, which, by the way, I never announced the name that was chosen for my aloe vera. It was alfalfa. That's what it was. That was from the comments from Chris, because I'll hold up my aloe vera in case you're new to the channel and you didn't see that video. Here's my aloe vera, and Chris said I should name it alfalfa because of this one that's sticking straight up. Do you see this shoot right here? Can you see this? The one right in front of my finger? That's new. That's new. Look at that. That's new life right there. Oh, how cute. So it's growing. I repotted this one. I've had this for a couple of years, and for a long time I really neglected it, which, it's not, the aloe vera is not super affected by that, but when I really started taking good care of it, It looks great. So, how happy you're getting a little friend there. That's nice. Yeah. So yeah, that maybe that's what tomorrow will look like. And if they're not free, then maybe I'll hang out with my friends here in my neighborhood, or maybe I'll just have a chill night at home. That probably wouldn't be bad for me. Just to chill. If I did that, I would probably. I will say, I want to spend some time with my audiobook again tomorrow because I'm loving it, and I think maybe in 2 or 3 days I'll be done with it. So, but yeah, that's what's up here. I haven't looked at my photos from a year ago in a while, so let me get out my beautiful 2012 iPad and see what's going on in my photos from a year ago. May, April, February, January, December, what is today? 12th. I don't have anything from the 12th. I do have. How funny. This is from the 13th. This is from tomorrow. I took a screenshot. Do you remember the hearing with Google about like privacy? Do you remember last December when that was like what was going on? Okay, so I was watching this hearing. There's the CEO of Google right there, and he's in this hearing before Congress, right? I think so. No, not before Congress. Must be before the Senate. Yeah. Wow. Okay, anyway, this is what's funny. There was someone there. Look, do you see that? This was live. There was this person there in a top hat and fake mustache and monocle, and they kept just like moving around and like looking into the camera and like doing this and that, and it was I was cackling. It was hilarious. So who knew? I wonder if that was actually that day, or if that's just like somehow I saved it on that day. I don't know. Oh, that was 2018. How did I go back that far? That was not 2019. That was 2018. LOL, that was 2 years ago. I was going to say, like, wow, that was 2 years ago? Because I remember where I was sitting at my table when I was watching that. That's weird. Okay, that's weird. That's weird. Well, let's go now to 2019, June, July. Hey, good boy. August. September, October. Wow, a lot of photos in October. November, we're getting closer. December 12th. Let's see what this is. This is funny Um, well, there's pictures of my Christmas tree, which you're seeing right now, so I won't bother to show you that. But I also have a screenshot of a conversation between me and Michael. So I know some of you came over from Pathology, so Michael and I are friends in real life, and so that's kind of fun. I don't think you can see this. Can you see this? Probably not. That's not gonna help. Okay, so anyway, I texted him, and I don't know if you can see this, but this one is green right here. So I texted him. I said I'm home now, but my mom is here. She'll be here until tonight. Can I call back then? Because he tried to call me, and then he sent me a GIF of Bill Hader eating popcorn, and then I realized that my text went in and it showed up green for him, and I thought I don't know why, but I was like, it's not blue. He must have gotten a new phone that's not an iPhone, and I was panicking. So I sent him a text. I said, did you get a phone that's not an iPhone? And then it was blue. I feel like you can't see the difference. Can you see the difference? Also, it's just not, get quality content over here. And then it showed up blue, so I said, whew. I don't know, I don't have a clue why I screenshotted that conversation. I don't have a clue why I screenshotted that conversation. Why do we do the things we do? That's a really interesting question. So, also last year this time I was preparing to watch Star Wars Episode 9 for the first time. So, I don't know. Why would I have taken that screenshot of that conversation? It's not that funny or anything. I don't know. That's fine. But no, he did not. He still had his iPhone. So that made me happy. Oh, are you iPhone people or not? Here's the thing. Totally fine either way. Chris, I know I would never expect you to have an iPhone, and that's fine. And if I was better with technology, I would probably feel the same way you do. But I just like not having options. And I know not everybody likes not having options. I just don't need it to be any more complicated than it is. So, yeah, I like the simplicity. Sometimes I really miss my old cell phones. Do you ever have that feeling? I got my first cell phone when I was 13. And it was a silver, I don't even know what kind of phone it was. It was a little silver flip phone. And it made a noise. When you opened it, it would go, ba-da-doop. And when you closed it, it would go, ba-da-doop, like that. And there was an antenna you could actually raise. And there was no camera, okay? There was no camera in a cell phone at this time. But there was 3 different background options, and one of them I thought was so cool because it was basically like a prehistoric GIF. It was it would cycle through 3 different photos of an eagle. It would be photo 1, photo 2, photo 3, photo 2, photo 1, photo 2, photo 3. So it looked like its wings were flapping. But not smooth or anything. It was just and then back down. But I thought that was so cool. So that's what I chose for my background. Then that was before texting or anything. So it was basically just to call my mom when I needed a ride from play practice, probably. So that's funny. Yeah. Then, I feel like from there, I think I went from that. I probably had that for a couple years. And then I convinced my mom. Me and my sister convinced my mom to get us chocolates Do you remember that? It was like a phone. I think I still have that somewhere. I think I recently found it. I should actually try to see how many of my old cell phones I could find and show them off on the vlog sometime. I think I recently found it, but I'm sure that I don't know. I should plug it in because like there. But here's the thing: I don't think I have any cords that would be able to charge it. Though at my work we have a charging station, and it has like every cord you can imagine. So I should take it to work and see if I could charge that up, because that would be weird. Because I bet there's still like text messages on that thing, if it still works. I have no idea because that's literally probably 12 years old. That's crazy to think about. Then I think probably my favorite phone I ever had was my third cell phone, and that was it called an Envy? Shameful, right? But it was a flip phone that flipped this way or this way. Sorry, this way or this way, which I thought was so cool because you could hold it just like a cell phone and then you could flip it up and it would be like keyboard style. And so every button had two symbols on it. It had the symbol for being like the tall phone, and then had a little line where it would have the symbol. So it's like all of them. Now I would literally not be able to read it. I would be like, what do these buttons say? My hip, you know. But yeah, I really, really liked that. What I miss about phones with real buttons was how you could text without looking. Do you remember that? I was never that good at it. I know there were people who would like text in their pockets. No, I could not do that. But I could have, if I was holding that, I could have been looking at you and typing what I was saying probably. Oh, crazy. Then I got a Droid. My brother picked out a Droid for me, and I liked that phone. And then I got a different Droid that was a sliding Droid. That one I think I still have too, and I actually found that like a year ago. I don't know what I did with it though. And I plugged it in and it still worked, and I had like videos on it. I have probably like 1,000 text messages on that thing, probably, which were very embarrassing to read because that was like late high school, early college. Actually, this is a funny story to be telling on the... I found a text message. Okay, this is hilarious. This was mind-blowing to me. I found... Because I don't even remember, like, that was the phone. I like... Here's the crazy thing. I know I had that phone my first year of college, and then I think probably between my first and second year is when I got my first iPhone. Maybe not. Maybe not even then. Maybe I just went to a different Droid. I don't even know. But anyhow, I had that Droid when I started at my 4 years college, which is where I met Michael. And there is a text. Okay, so Michael and I, my first semester, he had already been there for a year. No, that was he was a freshman. I was transferring in. And we were in the same class, and we sat like one behind each other. I was sat in front of him. I think he sat behind me. He thought I was really weird. He wasn't wrong. I am weird. And we both ran for like student council positions. We were running for the same position, and he beat me, and I was pretty bitter about it. Still am, obviously. But okay, so the funny thing is, we got to be friends through this class. And I found a text from him that was I was texting him. I was on fall break. So this is literally, it's the first break from leaving college. We've been at school for like 2 months, okay? Like 2 months. And I have a text from him from fall break, and he was like, okay, I'll see you when we get back. I don't know, like there's blah blah blah, there's conversation, whatever, and then there's just a text that he sent me, which is funny because he would never send me this text now, but he said, "I love you, man," and I'm just like, I have no recollection that our relationship ever that would have ever been something that would have happened. So seeing that now from literally, so I saw that earlier this year, so 2020, and that would have been the fall of 2011, probably, right? Yeah, it was. I was beside myself with laughter just because we didn't even know each other, and now we do, and like Michael would never text that. That's so funny. So just like, that's hilarious. But I also have a video on there of, this is so dumb. Why am I talking about this? I also have a video on that phone of, there was like a performance at that school, and I took like a video of them singing this song. And I just remember watching that video over and over again. I thought it was so amazing. I was like, all these upperclassmen, and I was like, they're so cool. How funny. That's so funny. Yeah. Oh, goodness. But I love you too, man. Love you, Michael. How funny. Yeah. But I would almost go back to a flip phone. If I could go back to the phone that flipped either way. I mean, obviously, like, I know I need to be able to access. Here's the thing. Do I need to be able to access my email all the time? I don't think I do. One of our other friends, he did not get a smartphone until probably a couple years out of college. He was like, I'm not doing it. He had, some of you know Alex, he had this phone that was like a brick, and he would literally be like, this thing's indestructible, and he would throw it against a brick wall, and it was fine. And also, I'm sure it was like super inexpensive to replace if it did break, because it's not like our phones now are like $1,000, which is insane because we're carrying a supercomputer and extremely advanced camera in our pockets, which I dropped mine in the rain the other night. Oh yeah. But it's fine. It's recording this video right now. So, what's your favorite phone that you ever had? Did you have any weird, interesting phones? I never had a BlackBerry. Never wanted a BlackBerry. I think I knew people had BlackBerry, but I don't know. I think Blackberries were more like businessy. That was. I had no use for that. That was probably, Blackberries were the things that you used so that you could send emails, even though it wasn't like a smartphone. It was just I don't think with Blackberries. I mean, at some point, Blackberries were probably considered smartphones. I don't know. That was, but here's the thing. I remember when my mom got her first cell phone, and we never thought, like me and my siblings, that we would have cell phones. Well, okay, let me say this. I'll come back to that. I can remember watching Star Trek as a kid, and they would have these thin little tablets where they would just like touch on it and all the writing would appear. And I remember thinking that would be amazing. Just anything that was touchscreen. Like I remember there were some McDonald's that had these like games you could play on these like computer screens. And of course, it was like the curved screens. You know what I'm talking about? And it was like finger painting. So you would like touch the color you wanted, and then you would touch the coloring page, and like it would fill that whole part of the page in. And it was just like really easy stuff like that. And anything that was touchscreen, in my mind, was the pinnacle of technological advancement. I just thought anything that was touchscreen was insane and amazing and super cool and fun. And, now I've got my 2012 iPad, and it's basically it's basically probably more advanced than whatever little writing pads they had in Star Trek. But anyhow, I never thought, oh yeah, I'll have a touchscreen device in my pocket and it'll be able to, record my vlogs and upload them to the internet. And the 90s, we never would have thought. But I remember when my mom got her first phone, and we would always, in the car, we like, Mom, can we have your phone? Can we have your phone? And then we would play. We probably would run her battery down. I bet we did. I never even thought of that. She probably could never call anyone because her battery was dead, because we were always, there was one game, I think, and it was like basically like Pong. Like it was, well, it wasn't like Pong. Well, it was just like there was a ball that was bouncing back and forth, and you had to move your thing so that it didn't get lost, and it would like destroy blocks or something. I don't know, something like that. And me and one of my brothers, we just loved that and thought it was so awesome that there was a game on this phone. Yeah. I don't play games on my phones. Do you play games on your phone? My phones, I only have one phone. I don't really play any games. I mean, I have a few. I'll tell you about a funny game that I have on my phone. I have a game called Granny, and that's because, again, I'm talking a lot about Michael tonight. That's fine. But Michael introduced me to this game called Granny. If you don't have it, it's a scary game, and it's very fun. So the first time I played it, so he and I, this was probably like, no, it was 2016. It was 2016. He and I went out to Oklahoma, and we're staying with some of his family. We were there for a conference, and we were staying with his cousin, and we got back. His cousin went to bed early, and we got back to his cousin's house pretty late. So we were trying to be quiet, but they had two guest rooms, and so we were each sleeping in a different guest room. But Michael came in my room. He's like, "You have to play this game called Granny, and it's scary." So I remember I was kneeling on the ground at the end of the bed, my elbows on the bed, and it's dark except this phone, and you're trying to escape this house, and there's this crazy granny with a knife that's chasing you. That's a great premise, right? Very wholesome game. And I remember I was so tense. I was so tense. I'm playing, and all of a sudden she pops out, and it makes this noise, and I screamed, screamed loud. And I instantly cover my mouth because he has family that's trying to sleep in this house because they have jobs or whatnot. And I was just so loud. And obviously we burst into laughter because it was totally ridiculous. But I think that was the end of Granny playing for that night. But I ended up getting it on my phone, and I played it for a while, and I don't think I ever was able to escape because I'm just bad at controls. I was telling my coworkers this. They were like, "You should play this game." And I'm like, here's the thing. I feel like I would probably enjoy it, but when I'm holding a controller and then action starts to happen, I just panic, and I start pushing all the buttons, and my brain totally turns off. My brain shuts down. I also the fact that someone can be good at controlling, I almost don't even believe it. I'm very skeptical of video games. I'm very skeptical of championships, things. I just don't see how you could actually be good and how you can be so precise. To me, it's it's luck. It's built into the game. And I know that's not true, but that's just what I have to tell myself because I'm so bad at video games that it's just obviously there's no logic to that. But anyway. So that's my funny game that I have on my phone. I should play that sometime soon. I would probably get really scared. But yeah, I think it still works. I don't know. I've had it for a while, but you should check out Granny. So yeah. Well, that's me today, just chilling, remembering things, thankful for friendships. Yeah. So thanks for taking some time to be with me today, for listening to my goofy stories and thoughts, and yeah. So, if no one has told you this today, you are loved and you are valued and important, and you are worthy of breath, and you are worthy of water, and you are worthy of rest. So I hope you can make choices that reflect that worth that you have, and I hope that you do feel loved today. I will be back on tomorrow for day 11 of the Peter Monn Vlog Challenge. Thanks to everyone who has been watching my videos and commenting and engaging. It's been so fun to connect with you. So thanks again for the time that you're sharing with me. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.